Hello, everyone. This is Robert Allen, and this is the RX Goldmiind call. This is the 10th of January 2000, or is it the 11th of January 2016? This is the beginning of a year-long series where we talk about how to enroll 4 people as quickly as you possibly can, how to succeed in RX. And we have some participants here on the call, but many of you are watching in a replay later on because this is shot in the middle of the day. We want to make it available at a time when I can do it and when people all around the world can watch it. So that's exactly what we're doing here right now. We started our call last week on the 4th of January. A brand new year was set out in front of us. We were really excited about that. We wanted to make this year the year that we turned the corner in our success in RX. And that's the decision you need to make. Is this the decision you're planning on making, or you want to wait till 2017 or 2018? If you want to do it this year, then we're going to be repeating several different calls. This call will be repeated every single month. I want to focus in on 4 specific skills. And last time, since it was just kind of a launching call, we talked about the overall goal of us enrolling 4 people in 30 days. Generally speaking, hi, everybody, come on in. If you're just joining in with us, that was Jamie, I think. Is it how you pronounce that, Jamie? Yeah. And there's Nancy who's joined with us. I've got everybody muted, so it's okay. I know there's your son in the background. Hi, Jamie. What's his name? Let me unmute. What's his name, Jamie?
His name is Tony.
Toady?
Tony, yeah.
Tony. All right. All right, so, as we move along, you're welcome to keep your cameras on. If you're not, I'll bring some of you out as we move forward. Generally speaking, I'll be recording my own video here of myself. And so I'm going to, let's get our call started. So when you're talking with somebody, and you'll be talking with people throughout this entire month, how many people are you going to talk to? Well, if you talk to 4 people and you signed all of them up, it's good for you. That means you'd probably have some friends, people you knew who really trusted you. And I've had so many people tell me over the years that they had a sister or a brother or a friend or somebody, and they just called them on the phone and said, give me your credit card number. And that's the kind of relationship they had with people. Just give me your credit card number. We're getting started. Let's go. And let's make this happen. But that's not what is normally going to happen, because this is called network marketing. So as a network marketer, we have to take that word marketing. And what does that word marketing mean? It means we're going to find people who are interested in what we have. And what's the probability of that? Even if you know 200 good friends, associates, family members, people who love you, people who trust and respect you, more than likely, a small percentage of those are going to say yes to you. Most of them are going to say no. And this is the problem with network marketers when they get started. They assume that, that everybody's going to say yes to this. And the answer is no. Very few are going to say yes to this. So your mindset should, right from the very beginning, what I'm looking for is not the yes. I'm looking for the no. And there's the fabulous book on that subject called Go for No. It's a 70-page book, 72 pages actually. It's simple, few little diagrams. You can download it by going to goforno.com. It's a book that I picked up at some network marketing meeting that I was at, and there's a big table of all these books, and there's this tiny little book right here that I bought. And when I read it, I was blown away. Because what they did is they took away the concept of going for yes. This is what everybody's going for. What if you change your goal, and that your goal is not to get 4 yeses, but it is for you to get 40 no's? In other words, that's the success. If you have success, you've gotten no's. You know that if you talk to 40 people, most of them are not going to be interested in what you're doing. Most of them may be involved in another network marketing company already. Most of them probably already have some kind of skincare they like. Most of them already are taking some kind of nutrition. Maybe they are believe in drinking water. Good for them, but maybe they have their own little water system that they take. Matter of fact, almost everybody you meet has already figured out most of the product lines that we have. We have 6 product lines. And, one of them is nutritional products. And wow, how many people take nutritional products? Well, about half the people you meet will not be taking any nutritional products at all. That means the other half are taking something. And they might be taking something that's ineffective, such as, in my opinion, one a day or Centrum. The amounts in those products is so basically minimal, it's almost impossible for you to get enough quality to be able to do enough for your body. But so many of them will be taking an ordinary, normal product, and it's just not good enough. The product quality is not good enough, and the amounts are just minuscule. And so that means that half the people you talk to, they might think they are already okay. And therefore, you say to them, well, I've got this brand new powerful nutritional line. It consists of, 5 or 6 pills that I take twice a day. And they go, what? Twice a day, 5 or 6, 7, 8, 10 pills? I mean, why? Do you need that? And the answer is yes, absolutely you do. But you may not have time to educate them to that process. If you do, you can just say, read this and study that. But half the people you talk to about our main product line are going to say no, because they already got something. And half of them probably are not taking something because either, number one, they can't afford it, or number two, they don't think they need it. So one of the reasons that network marketing is so powerful is because we are the teachers. First of all, we have to learn how important it is that we take these nutritional supplements every day. And number two, we've got to realize that most people around us are, can I be blunt? Most people around us are dying too fast with too much pain. They're going to live the last 10 to 15 years of their life in chronic pain as the energy of their life declines over and over and over until finally there's nothing left. And we have to be the ones that have the courage to say, you ought to check into this. You ought to look into this a little closer because this is what you need. That means we have to talk to people. We have to teach people. We have to educate people. And sometimes they're not willing to be educated all at once. So sometimes just having little drip system where you drip on your friends with sending them an email from time to time. That's what dripping means. And you let them know a little bit of information that you just discovered about the power of nutritional products. In other words, most people you talk to are going to say no. When it comes to skincare, well, when we went to San Francisco, my wife, over the holidays, and we walk into I. Magdon and to Neiman Marcus, and what's the first floor? It's all skincare. And it's hundreds of types of skincare. And they are going to put that skincare on you right there sitting in a seat. And it's the classiest, most beautiful, most gorgeously packaged product. Some of it's very, very expensive. Sometimes I'd buy a bottle of stuff for my wife. Sicily is what I used to buy for her that she really loved. And it would be $300 a bottle, And yet it was, scientific and proven and powerfully marketed. And that's who we're competing with. And so all the women you talk to, they're maybe not all, but a very vast majority of women, and maybe not that many men, frankly, are taking some kind of skincare, and they like to try different kinds of things. And we're saying to them, hey, we've got an option for you. And some of them will believe you, and some of them won't. Some of them will say, I've already got something. So generally speaking, you're going to get some no's. What I'm trying to do right now with you is to do what you would do with your brand new person. I'm inoculating you. I'm basically saying you shouldn't expect that 4 of the 4 people you talk to are going to say yes to this. Some of you might have that kind of relationships. Most of us don't. I don't. I talked to 4 of my friends. Most of them are already involved in something. And therefore, why would they choose RX over the hundreds of other options in network marketing and the thousands of options of the various different products that we market? We have the Revive brand, which is our nutritional products. I keep a display of them right here behind my desk. Somebody walks in my office, they're going to see it. They're going to say, what's that? I'll say, it's one of my multiple streams of income. And, we have our conditioner, we have our shampoo, we got our toothpaste. I use that every day. But I can go into a grocery store and buy a bottle for $3. Big bottle of Suave or some of these other really cheap shampoo brands. Why shouldn't I buy that versus ours? What's so different? Ours is $10. What's 3 times more valuable? Something better? Well, it's basically what it doesn't have in it than what it does. So anyway, what I'm trying to get to, I'm not trying to teach you about our product line, except to say we have 6 powerful product lines. We've got Nutrify, and we have Revive, which is the skincare line. We've got Purity, which is the water and air. We've got the Prime, which is the vaporizing things that we use. I use it in my bathroom. We've got the Slenderize. What I'm trying to tell you is that your best product, your best promotion, your best way, your best brochure. You know what it is? Your best brochure. The company has dozens of different brochures about all 6 of the product lines we have. What's your best brochure? What's my best brochure? It's the same every time. Anybody want to make a guess at what it is? I'm going to unmute everybody. What's your best brochure?
Is it ourselves?
You. Exactly. You're the best brochure. In other words, they don't buy a product. They don't buy a product line. They buy you. They buy the trust with you. You say, well, I'm not all that people friendly. I'm kind of more nervous. I'm not, I don't have lots of really close friends. Well, that's what's powerful about this business. And that's what personal growth is all about. We now befriend other people. We're going to do that. We're going to be a friend to more people. And that's what network marketers do. They market to their network, and their network that trusts them. And the bottom line, the first primary principle about talking to people and talking to more people this week, because this week you need to talk to even more people. And you're going to get some more no's. So just like this silly little book that teaches a story about somebody who, goes from the traditional model to a different model, if you talk to somebody and somebody says, yes, you go, yes, I succeeded, great. And what did most salespeople do? Most people who persuade, as soon as they get their yes, they quit. Your goal is not to quit after you get one yes. You got one yes, that's good. I didn't get my 10 no's this week, or 20 no's, or 30 no's, or 40 no's. You need every day you're going to get no's. Well, what is a no? It's where you're going to actually talk to somebody, or send an email to somebody, communicate with somebody, and you're going to let them know that you have something that might be a solution to their problems. Here's the problem, however. Here's why people hate network marketing. You want to know why? Well, let me ask you. You tell me, why do people hate network marketing? Generally speaking, why do they hate it? Not many people love them. I love network marketing myself. I love it.
Well, they put money in, but they don't get money back.
Go ahead.
They put money in, but they don't get money back.
Yeah. They try it, and it didn't work, and so they quit.
Right.
What else? Anybody else? Tell me why do people generally have a not as favorable opinion as they should about network marketing?
Well, mine in the past has always been just really pushy and really in your face about their stuff that I don't even really need. They're trying to peddle, in my mind.
Yeah, exactly. So obviously you don't want to do that.
Right. Yeah.
But there is a fine line. If you pull back, if you don't, well, that's how to get across that fine line. Anybody else want to tell you, why do you believe that a lot of people don't have as good an opinion as they should of network marketing?
They don't understand it. They don't know what it is.
Yeah, yeah. They just, and why is that? Well, 70% of the people who start in network marketing never enroll a single person, never sell a single product, never share a single solution to anybody. And that means that 70% of the people you talk to, many of them have already been involved. 70% of those people who tell you they've been involved, almost, over 2/3 of them tried and didn't enroll a single customer. And 20% of them enrolled 5 or less. And only 10% enrolled 5 or more. And that means if you'll talk to somebody and ask them if they've ever been involved, they'll fall in one of those 3 groups. And you'll ask them, did you enroll anybody? And they'll, no. Did you enroll anybody? Yeah. Did you enroll anybody? Yeah, a lot. Are you still involved? No. Why are you not involved? What happened? Did the company go out of business? Whatever. So as you're talking to people, just preparing yourself for the no. There's some things that I like to do in advance before that happens. And it makes the pushiness go away, and it starts the pulliness. Pushy is when you're giving something to somebody they don't want. And we know that most of the people we talk to have already solved the problems that they're looking at. We have a nutritional product that we take. What problems does that solve? It solves health issues, and many people are already taking a product like that. But do they have some health issues? Do they have a problem? Maybe so. That's what we're looking for. What about water and air? Do they have an air problem? Well, most of us here in America, we don't think we have an air problem. You ought to go to China. And you know why they're selling those air machines in China? Because it's a huge problem, and it's killing people. And therefore, people wake up every day and they just look outside and they can see the atmosphere. And they say, yeah, give me one of those incredible, most powerful machines. Let's drink water. I go to hotels in China, and on the tap, there is a symbol, across that symbol, don't drink the water. This is one of the finest hotels in Beijing, where there's a symbol right underneath the water tap saying, don't drink the water. Must boil it first. You can wash your hands in it, but you can't put it into your body. When you have symbols like that in a hotel, that's a 5-star hotel, you realize there's a problem. Now, we in America, we haven't yet achieved that level of problem, but it's a problem that's coming. And we need to be habitually using our water bottles, Now, the people that you talk to are going to have 2 fundamental parts of them. They're going to have either a problem they're trying to solve, or they're going to have a passion they're trying to satisfy. And this first hill we're trying to get people over, as we're talking to somebody right here. And we're trying to get them into the door of network marketing. We're saying, come on in the door. By the way, can you see that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Brenda, can you see it good enough?
Yep.
So we're saying, come on in the door. Now, the door is, since it's network marketing, there's 2 fundamental solutions, or two fundamental things that people get when they come in the door. Number 1, they get a product that solves a problem, or a product that they're passionate about. Number 2, they get an opportunity to earn income by marketing that product if they want to. They don't have to. They can just consume the product. Wonderful. But if they get really excited and the product gives them a certain kind of benefit, if it solves their problem, then, hey, let's go share it with our people. So like I say, the best brochure you have is you. So which is your favorite product? Which is the product you have a success story about? Which one worked for you? Now, I had shown a little earlier a picture of me here just a second ago. Let me see if I can get it up. There we go. Can you see that screen now?
Yes.
Can you see it?
Uh-huh.
Is all you see the screen? Do you see pictures of yourselves as well?
I
Or is
do.
all-
I
you
see
do?
the screen and the pictures on the side.
Oh, okay. So now, do you see me holding up something?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So the product Jove just came out. Came out in November. We received our product in the beginning of December, just before Christmas. They included some little sample kits like this. Inside there are, I think, 10 samples, something. Yeah, I think there's 10. 8?
8.
Whatever the number is. Product that looks like that, you know. I want to have an experience myself to whether or not this product really works for me. And so, since I'm my best brochure, and I've done really well in my weight loss, I've lost 35 pounds and up to 40. You know, I've gained a little bit back, and I'm fighting it back off again. But when I go to church, for instance, people are saying to me, "What have you done? You know, how did this happen? Haven't seen you in a couple of weeks. Wow, what happened?" And I've had 50 people, you know, over the last couple of months come up to me and say, "What have you done?" So there's my opportunity. You know, I can tell them this is the best brochure. You want to learn? You want to do what I did? So just for fun, Saturday, I took my little sample product. I see all kinds of testimonials of the product. I see a lot of women using the product. I see their before and after pictures. I'm saying to myself, well, I don't know. Is it possible for me to get a before and after picture? And so Saturday morning, you know, a couple days ago, that's my forehead. Now I've got some wrinkles on the side of my eyes. I'm 67, so it's starting to build up there. I haven't started working on these yet. I just said, well, let's just try the forehead and see if we get any benefit at all. You know, I don't know if all of you have done this yet, but if you haven't, you definitely should. So 60 seconds later, standing up approximately the same place, because I went into my bathroom to just walked in for just a minute. That's my forehead, and 60 seconds later, and I think that's pretty dramatic.
Yeah.
That's the old Bob. This is the 40-year-old Bob.
Good.
And it's pretty dramatic. Now, like I said, I haven't worked on my spots. I haven't worked on my eyes right here. But you want to know that I'm going. And, of course, I have some pretty good genetics. My dad, I don't have a single, I do not dye my hair. I've got little gray streaks coming in there now, but a lot of people have pure white hair at this age of mine. But my dad's hair was pretty dark into his 70s. So that's good genetics. But my skin is really going, and I want to work on it. So, you know, that's the best testimonial you can have. Now, when it comes to all of our products, if you don't have a product success story, then you have to go find some, so that when you talk to people, you can quickly and easily have a success story for yourself. So to get people over this hill we're trying to get them over, this is when a lot of them are going to say no to you. And this is the no hill. And in order for them to get over here where they say yes to you, they and you have to climb over the mountain. So let me go back to my screen. This mountain we got to get them over is a mountain that is difficult. And why is that mountain difficult? It doesn't matter if it's network marketing. You know, most people say that that's the reason that it's hard, because network marketing has, in some people's minds, a reputation that needs to be improved, and that's our job. Our job is to improve that reputation. It's not just the network marketing mountain we're climbing to gain customers. It's the marketing mountain itself. Most people are not interested. 1 in 10, maybe, if you do traditional marketing and you're doing marketing on email marketing, is 1 in 200. If you're doing marketing and you're buying a magazine ad or doing some Facebook advertising or doing some television advertising, radio advertising. It's one in thousands. So traditional marketing is a hill no matter what you climb. It's a hill because we're competing with thousands of skincare companies, thousands. And not just hundreds of marketing companies, but all kinds of competitors. It's a hill, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm inoculating you, and you need to inoculate your new prospect. You need to let them know that it's not going to be as easy as they think. But the results can be spectacular. It's worth it. It's worth the work that you put into it. It just is, because the ultimate goal is for you to have a lifetime customer. Whether they're a lifetime partner with you is not the point. If they're a lifetime partner, they're going to be a lifetime customer. They're going to be consuming these products as long as they're with you. If they want to earn money with you and partner with you and become part of your quote-unquote downline, then yeah, they're going to have to be lifetime customers. So you are going to be the testimonial for them of these 6 product areas. If you don't have your product testimonial, then find one. Find a picture of somebody who has a before and after picture, a weight loss picture. And my picture shows me pretty heavy and now much thinner. It's pretty dramatic, my before and after picture. And I just showed you my skincare thing, and it took 1 minute to do. So that's your ammunition. And even with good ammunition, and you're going to climb the mountain using success stories. Now, these people you're going to talk to, they're going to say yes. They're going to say no. Yes, how about that? That's a combination of both. They're going to say no because when it comes to marketing, everybody says no. And they're going to say no because they've been trained and programmed through their entire life of being marketed products to. They've been trained that they know there's going to be another message going to come another few days later. They're going to see another ad on TV. They're going to hear something on the radio. They're going to get another email kind of flying into their email box. Somebody else is going to talk to them. Most people in network marketing, they talk once, they get one no, and they quit. They say, oh, I guess, okay, good. I won't bother you anymore. And that's not what you do as a marketer. There must be a follow-up marketing experience, a marketing. So when somebody says no to you, and this week, 5 people need to say no to you every day. 3, 2, well, at least 1. 1 to 5, maybe 1 to 10, every day. If you make it easy, make it 2, and make it a little more difficult, make it 3. It's your number. You tell me how many is it going to take for you to find your 4? Well, if you talk to 40 people this month, and 4 of them said yes, that means 36 of them are going to say no. That's 1 in 10. What's your ratio? What's your ratio? When you're starting off, your ratio is not going to be very good. There is a program by Jim Rohn called Building Your Network Marketing Business. It's an audio cassette. If you haven't listened to it, you should. It's a fabulous one. And he gives a talk where he explains ratios. He basically says, when you're starting off and you're brand new, you're going to talk to 20 people, and most of them are going to say no. Why? Because you're not very good at it, because you're still learning, and so that's why some of you are afraid to talk to people because you say, I don't want to blow it, with these people that I love. Well, you're not going to blow it, because you're going to talk to them again. These 40 no's you're going to get, these 36 no's out of the 40, there may not be 40 individual people. It might be softly, subtly, carefully, and lovingly. Over this month, you might talk to those people 4 or 5 times. Just like in any kind of normal marketing, you're going to approach them again. With what? Are you going to be pushy? No, you're going to educate. That's what makes a difference between a person who sells and a person who educates. An educator gives them information that's valuable. A person who's trying to sell a product, now that's pushy, you know. Had a guy come to the house last night. Yeah, he's a friend of my son's, and so we put him up last night. He's involved in a brand new network marketing company, so he was telling me about his network marketing company. How did he do? Well, obviously, I'm involved. I'm going to say no. I won't, even though he's my guest in my house. I'm not going to say yes because I'm actively and happily involved in my own company. He wasn't pushy. He did it the right way. He just chatted about it, told some success stories, you know, very simple. And then at the very end, as he left today, they left some material for me to study, me to look at. Now, he probably will not talk to me again. And that's the failure of most network marketers. He won't send me any other email. He won't send me any more communication whatsoever. He'll assume he's done his job. He hasn't done his job. No one who talks to one person once has done their job. You're going to talk to your average person gently over in the next 90 days about 7 times. And you probably should have a chart that shows how many times did I talk to them. One, what did I share with them? Did I just say, hey, got some great stuff I'd like to sell you? That's pushy. But if you say, read a report the other day I thought you might find interesting. It talks about how, what? Well, we have 6 product lines. Which one do you want to choose? You know, is it something to do with skincare? Is it something to do with the dangerous materials that are found in most skincare products that cost hundreds, if not thousands of dollars? That women are putting this stuff on their skin, men, women, and men, are actually damaging themselves at the cellular level, and they don't know it, and you are not telling them because you thought you did your job by talking to them once? Not enough. So this hill you're going to climb is going to have success stories. It's also going to be, if you want to put it this way, you're going to find problems. You're looking for people who have problems. And you're saying to them, I have solutions. And we do, period. Fabulous solutions. Yeah, but there are thousands of companies that are marketing out there, which is good. Because, first of all, they've proven there's a market for it. If there were no competitors, it would be bad. It's great that there are thousands of competitors. It also means that a brand new customer is being born every second. How do I know that? Because, well, today I noticed that I had this big line in my forehead and I wanted to get rid of it. I finally realized it. So the first person who approaches me, as soon as I realize I have my problem, is the person who usually is the one that provides the solution. And therefore, when you're out there talking to people about their problems, wonderful. They're not being approached by thousands of people. They're just talking with you. And you've got their solution. It may be the solution they've been looking for. It might be the solution they've been praying for. Therefore, when you're out there doing your talking, you're looking with people problems. And people have problems that are bugging them, and they will looking for solutions. At the same time, you're looking for people who have passions. And you'll notice the problems are on one side of the mountain and the passions are on the other. For problems, they're what I call pushy. You know, problems push people. They push them to a solution. Like, you know, you got some achy joints. You've been working with those achy joints for the last 6 months, and the more they ache, the more they push you to find a solution for it. So that's what I call pushy. That doesn't mean that you're pushing them. It means their problems are pushing them. People have passions, they have dreams, they have things they really want to accomplish, and these are pulley. And the door that'll get them to the solution of their problems and the satisfaction of their passions is that door called network marketing, and it's the door called RX. So, this week you're going to be talking to how many people? Now, you're probably saying, well, Bob, tell me how to do this. Now, I want to know exactly how. If I told you exactly how, where to go and what to say, it would mean you'd have to learn it. And you'd have to go study the script. And you'd have to kind of figure out what was working. And you probably have to go read a book, and you probably have to get a CD program to listen to, like the CD program here that I was telling you about. Or you'd have to go read a book called Go Pro by Eric Worre, great book. Or you'd read The Greatest Networker in the World, another great book. You read Beach Money, another great book. You'd read Magnetic Sponsoring, it's another great book. There are 6 or 7 great ones out there. But when you get started, you don't have time. You have 2 months to find 4 people. And your brand new person has the same problem. They have 2 months to find 4 people. And we're trying to shorten that down to 4 weeks. So you say, well, am I supposed to go out there in the world and make a fool of myself? What do you think my answer to that question is?
I don't want to know.
Yeah, you want to know the answer to that question. Depends on what your problems and your passions are. Really does. You're climbing the same mountain that they're climbing. You're going to have to teach somebody how to climb this mountain. It means you're going to have to climb it. You're going to have to get some no's. Now, I'm teaching you now, but a few of you on the call have been teaching other people what we've been learning here. We just had 2 weeks of our calls, so people are joining us, and they're kind of trying to get a snowball going, and so they're teaching other people how to do this. First one has to do it is you. Now, if you've done it before, the real question is, did the person you enrolled, did they do it? Because there's a cycle. First, you have to find your 4, and then you have to teach those people how to find their 4. And then you've completed the most difficult cycle and the most powerful cycle in network marketing. You enroll 4 and teach just one of those to enroll 4. That's the difficult cycle. Talked about that last week. So what are you going to say? What are you going to share? How are you going to show them? I'm going to ask, I'm not going to tell you what to say because I don't want you to know what to say. I only want you to find out what their dream is. Because if I teach you what to say, you're going to immediately want to go into how to sell RX. And until you know what their dream is, you're pushy. Until you know in other words, you're just trying to solve your problem, which is I want to find 4 people. That's your problem. It's not their problem. Or you want to find some customers. That's your problem. You want to reach your dreams of having income. That's your problem. That's your passion. Until you find out what their problem, what their passion is, then you're pushy. You're trying to solve your own problems and satisfy your own passions. And as my mentor, Stephen Covey, would say, seek first to understand, then to be understood. So that's pretty simple, isn't it? So these problems are going to be one of 4 kinds, and they're going to be one of these 4. And I do them in symbols because I want you to not have to remember words. I'd rather you remember pictures. And the 4 pictures are, number 1 is you want some more friends. You want some more better relationships with people around you. Some people have problems with that. And one of the purposes of life is to learn how to love. So this is one of the problems that many people have. That's symbol of a clock. they want time freedom. They're busy. They're getting up in the morning early, driving in the traffic. They're getting back home, and they're building a network marketing business on the top of it in the middle of the slices of their day while they're overwhelmed with all the things they've got to do. They want out. They want some time freedom. Wow, what a wonderful thing. Some people, that's a symbol of a body. And you know what's the reason I drew it so badly? Because it doesn't matter how badly you do it. You don't have to be a great artist. That's a picture of a body, which means health, which means the nutritional products we take, which is the skin care that we're taking, which is the weight loss that we're taking, which is all the prime products, all the everything we take solves problems, right? So it's usually related to a body, and sometimes you'll find somebody who has a body problem, a health problem, something to do with the way they look. They don't look the way they want to look, and therefore you have a solution to that. And then finally, there's the money one. You know, are they making enough money? Did they just lose their job? Do they have a real serious problem? Do you have a problem that really pushes them? They got to do something about it? Or do they have a dream? They've always wanted to be financially free. They always wanted to be their own boss. They always wanted to have freedom, the financial freedom, do what they wanted to do. These two aspects of customers, problems and passions, need to be mixed in your conversation with them. Some people are moved. They move away from problems. And therefore, problems down here, the reason that they're climbing the mountain is they're moving away from those problems. They're trying to get rid of them, right? So they're stuck down in a box with all kinds of problems, and they want to get out of that box, and the box is pushing them. Some people are moving towards their dreams. Some people are moving away from their problems. You learn that in NLP. Some people are moving away from people. Some people are moving toward people. I mean, people who move away from, people who move toward. So your job as you're talking with people, as you're befriending people, is you're not trying to sign people up. You're trying to befriend people. And since we have a time frame, a 4-week time frame, that's a little more difficult. If we had a little bit less time frame, if you've already found your 4 and you're working with them and you're now trying to find 1 a month, as it should be thereafter, well, you have a little more time maybe to build these relationships. So if to find 4 in 4 weeks is difficult to do. It's difficult to do without being pushy. That's why you talk to some of the people you have good relationships with. You're sharing with them, in as classy a way as you can. Let's put it that way. So, what you're going to find out this week is, what do you want? What's your dream? What are you trying to solve? Now, the way I do that, it may not be the way you do that, but the way I do it in the book that I'm going to be giving here in the next few weeks, the book called Grow, contains some diagrams in it, and some of the diagrams that I've been sharing with you here. The blank diagram when you sit down with somebody and you're trying to find out where they're at, you're not trying to push, you're just trying to understand. Your question is, you're at a Starbucks, let's say, and you're chatting with a friend of yours. You met up there just because you meet up every once in a while, and you say, tell me, what do you want to accomplish? What's going on in your life? What's working, what's not working? You can do this with a good friend. You couldn't do this with a stranger, but what you're trying to basically say is, where do you want to be 5 years from now? And I would encourage you to get out one of the napkins or a blank piece of paper you carry on a little notebook with you, and actually, you draw two faces. And you draw a frowny face, and you draw a smiley face. And that's not that hard to do, is it? You want to make it really smiley, you just draw that line across it, and it's really simple. You can do it right now. It's not that hard to do. And as you're talking with them, you just say, where do you want to be 5 years from now? And take today's date, which is the 11th of January, 2020. That's just actually 21, isn't it? Yep, 21. 2021, it's 5 years from now. And today's date is the 11th of January. If you're talking to somebody, 2016, and you just say, where do you want to be 5 years? What do you want? How good do you want life to be? Now, this is a dream conversation. This is a moving towards conversation. This is a passion conversation. Like, what do you want? And you just have them write down 3 things they really, really have always wanted. And as soon as you do, what happens to these people that are down here, this is where they are now, and as soon as you take them here and you show them a smiley face and you ask them to tap into their dreams, immediately they leave behind their problems and they go in with you into the future. And this is a very powerful mind shift. If you start to talk to people about network marketing right here in this mind shift, they're always going to say no. One simple way to move them into a place where they will be easier, where it will be easier for them to say yes, is to ask that simple question: where do you want to be 5 years from now? And what do you really, really, really want? And then listen, not trying to sign them up in RX. Trying to find out what they really want, because maybe RX is the last thing they need. Maybe they don't want money. They're into a nonprofit kind of mindset. Their nonprofit could use the money from RX, but maybe they're just not there. Maybe they don't need any of our products whatsoever. Your job is not to sell them anything. Your job is just to discover what their dream is. And very few people have ever done this with them. They'll tell you, and as they do, they'll start talking about things. Well, I need to make some more money. You go, oh, okay, good. I've got some bad relationships. I don't know if I can make my marriage. We're having trouble. I got some health problems that are just really killing me, and if I could have no pain, wouldn't that be wonderful? And now you're basically showing them the future of what they would really want. And then you bring them back here today and you say, now today, if you could wave a magic wand and eliminate instantly 3 problems that you have, 3 challenges that you're facing, 3 issues that you're working with, what would you eliminate? And they'll tell you. They'll say, man, I got so much credit card debt, it's just killing me, So, okay, good. And obviously they got a problem there. I'm just so busy, I don't have time to breathe. Okay, that's a time issue. I just don't have the energy to do. I know I need to start something. I gotta generate another stream of income, but I don't have any energy. I'm aches and pains. That's obviously a health issue. They're going to tell you what they're moving away from and what they're moving toward in one simple conversation. Your job is not to try to sell them RX. That's why I'm not going to tell you how to sell them RX. This week, I want you to talk to 10 people. 10 people that you know, and or 10 people are total strangers. And come back and share us what your experience is. Take them through that. That's the simplest thing I can take you through. Now, at the end of the week, they might say, well, what are you doing? And you can share some of your success stories. At this point, it's all about stories. You're not trying to sell them a network marketing opportunity. You're not trying to sell them a product. You are, as a friend, sharing with your friend or the friend you're befriending what's working for you. And if it isn't working for you because you haven't had time enough for it to work, although if you have 1 minute, that's usually a pretty good amount of time. If you don't have a success story that you are excited about, then find one. So people ask you, what are you doing? Well, you say, you tell the truth. Your story is powerful. You know why it's powerful? Because I don't have to teach you how to memorize a script. If it's your story, it's true. So you would say, just tell the truth. You know, I got involved and a friend of mine, just tell them the way it happened. A friend of mine was telling us, I was doing a Facebook thing and I saw this little ad pop up. My mother is involved in this network marketing company and I just didn't want anything to do with it, but tell the truth. It's the most powerful sale tool you have. If you're trying to memorize stuff that you don't know or don't really, it's not really in your cells, in your body, if you really don't believe it, they're going to know it's a lie. So don't tell lies. Tell the truth. And you just say, I'm on this call with Robert Allen, and he's challenged me to talk to 10 people. Would you help me out? I'm not trying to sell you anything. In fact, he told me not to sell anything. And as they get into it, what we're trying to find out is, can you build trust? Can you find out what people want? Can you find out what people don't want? Can you show them that there is a path to get to that? And don't you want to be there? Where do you want to be 5 years from now? Where do you want to be? What you want your money to be like? How about time freedom for you? Health? Want some? Would you like to have some of the most amazing friends you'll ever meet? That's where I meet them, in network marketing, because the winners in network marketing, unbelievable. Why? Because they had to climb that mountain of the no. They had to climb the no mountain to get to the yes. So I'm going to ask you to find some no's this week. No's mean you're not going to try to sell them something. You're just going to find 10 people who tell you no, that they don't want to tell you about their dream. They're not interested in, I don't have time to talk right now, sorry, I'm just wildly crazy. And the people are going to give you the same excuses of the things they don't want and the things they want. I know that's a crazy statement. They're going to say, when you tell them, you got a solution to money, what are they going to tell you? I don't have enough money. They'll all say that. They don't have enough money to buy the product. It's a little more expensive. Yeah, well, I don't think I can fit that into my budget. And you'll say, did you really want to be financially free? Well, you have to do something about that. And that it usually involves a little bit of money. I don't have enough time to do this. Would you like some more free time? Yeah, but I don't have enough. Well, how are you ever going to get free time? Unless you dedicate a little sliver of time every day to your dream. You have to sacrifice every day for your dream. A little sliver of time. You make their dream real, and they'll sacrifice for it. I just don't have the energy to do this, man. Would you like some energy? We got a little red pill that'll give you the healthiest energy you can have. These nutritional products, the way they work, the MOA, everything. Wow, energy! You want energy? You want friends? I don't have time for friends. Well, it's because you probably don't have the kind of friends that I have, that are willing to do whatever for you as a friend. They'll do anything for you because you have those kinds of friends. In other words, what I'm trying to say is they'll give you excuses about network marketing, and they'll tell you the same excuses. Don't have enough money, don't have enough time, don't know enough people, and I don't have enough energy. And yet, when you ask them what their dream is, they'll tell you, I want more time, I want more money, I want more energy. They want, that's the ideal lifestyle. That's what they want. And they're not stuck down here, and your job is to get them out of this prison. They're in prison. And your job is to just take them into the future and let them dream. Dream's powerful. And remind them of the things they don't want. And they may ask you, they may and they may not, but the opportunity might come up where they'll say, man, obviously you figured this out. What are you doing? And you'll tell your story. They may not want to sign up. That's not the point. You're not there to sign them up. You're there to discover what their dream is. Now, I know what I'm teaching you may be contradictory to other leaders in RX. Matter of fact, they have their systems and they have their plans. Do this, do it this way. This is the way we do it. We need a system that works. What I'm trying to teach you is not only a system for marketing and network marketing, it's a system for persuasion in anything. You use this to persuade anybody about anything that they're doing, whether it's network marketing or not. They just want to be understood. If they don't get understood, they're not going to trust you. You're not going to sell them, no matter what you try to do. So this is my challenge to you. Now, we've gone long today. Forgive me. Just like you are presenting, your product to people and you're learning how to do it, I'm learning how to present this in a way that's succinct. And I'm not very succinct in my teaching. So I want to share with you a little of what you shared with me last week. And I want to thank Connie and Marjorie and Deanna and Terry and Sandra for doing what I asked you to do, which was to send me an email at author@robertallen.com and report. And Connie and Marjorie and Deanna said, I'm in. I'm going to go for this. Some didn't. They were sure that I hadn't done it right. The 5 of you, I want you to send me an email. I want you to send me your address because I want to send you one of my books as my gift to you. I'll send it to you by slow mail, so not too expensive for me, but I'm not going to FedEx it, but I want to autograph it to you. Why? Because you did what I asked you to do, and I appreciate it very much. And I'll send you a copy of one of my best-selling books that people will spend $25 for. I'm going to give it to you as my gift. Now, I'm going to give everybody a copy of Grow when it comes out. It's going to be there in a couple of weeks, but this is a hardcover copy. The Grow book's going to be digital. You'll always see it digitally. It's a hardcover book, and I want to send it to you. So send me a copy to send it to author@robertallen.com, your address where you want me to send it to. That's just to remind those of you watching who realize that I'm serious when I ask you to send me an email. Next week, I'm not going to send everyone a copy of my book, but I'm going to select somebody from next week's call. I'm going to send them a special gift. I'm going to select somebody who sends me an email. I want you to tell me what you would do. Let's see. What do I want you to report? I want you to report the first names of the 10 people you're going to talk to this week and take them through that experience. And you'll send me 10 names. I won't know who they are. You can make them up, but you wouldn't. Send me names of 10 people you either know that you plan on talking to, or 10 people you're going to meet. And you say, I don't know, stranger number 1, stranger number 2, stranger. And as soon as you met that person, I want you to put their real name in, and you're going to talk to 10 people, and you're going to take them through that experience. You're going to find out what they want. I know 10's kind of a lot, but remember, we have a short period of time here. And if you're serious about building a business, you can do it. You can do it a couple a day. You can do this. Now, I asked Jamie and Sandra, I asked everybody, but I said, send me 10 people, 10 places you would go if you're trying to befriend a total stranger. And Jamie sent me those. I think you can read it. Starbucks, meetup meetings, hotel seminars, department stores, local pedestrian areas, train stations, bus terminals, sporting events, conventions of some kind, government waiting rooms, example, a DMV. Sandra had a very similar list: pool, Starbucks, mail, the post office, ice rink, farmer's market, church, community events, clubs, PAC meetings, sporting events with my kids. In other words, this time of week you're going to percolate. If you want to percolate, you have to circulate. So this week you're going to circulate. You can circulate on the phone. You can circulate face to face. But I want you to have a conversation. Now, can you do this with people on the telephone? Yeah. You can call somebody on the phone and you can say, I got this assignment from this crazy class and I got to do it. I got to do it with 10 people this week. I don't even know if I'll be able to I'm so busy myself, but will you help me out? Have you got 10 minutes? And if they're a friend, they probably will. And if they won't, what kind of friend is that? If they'll tell you no, then you say, good, I got to know. Thank you very much. And you're going to, and I want you to get to 10 no's of some sort this week. And some of them are going to say, yeah, what's up? Can you take out a blank piece of paper? You won't even see what they're doing. You can do it like I'm doing it with zoom.us. You sign up for a free account on zoom.us and you can get them on a phone just like this. And you can do it on the computer if they want to, zoom.us. You sign up for a free account. Your camera's working, just like it is now with you. Their camera's working. You can have a chat with them, and you can talk to them like I did here. But you can do it on the phone with no visuals at all. And you ask them, can you take out a blank piece of paper, turn it sideways, top left-hand corner, top right-hand corner, sorry. Draw a circle about the size of a quarter. Or a $50, a dollar, probably $1, and then $1 a coin. Down the bottom left-hand corner, draw another. Great. Now, put a smiley face up in the top right-hand corner. Put a frowny face in the bottom left-hand corner. However they draw, it doesn't matter. Write the date down below, the 5-year date from now. That's 11th of January, whatever day you're doing it with them, with 5 years in the future. What's today's date? Okay, so today's date, 5 years, just add 5 years to that. Great. How do you want your life to be 5 years from now? How good do you want it? If you could wake up 5 years from now and you had an ideal lifestyle, describe it to me. What would it be like? And let them talk. And then write down. As they write down, you tell them to write 2 or 3 things down too. Then when it comes to now today, if we can wave a magic wand and eliminate immediately the problems that you're facing right now, what would you eliminate? And have them write down 2 or 3 things that they would eliminate. And now, after you've finished that conversation, in the conversation will be, what's your plan? What's your plan for accomplishing your ideal lifestyle? And most of them will tell, well, I'm working on it, And you ask them if they had the same dream 5 years ago and they're still stuck in the same place. Do they have a plan? Do they have a vehicle? Do they have a vehicle? Vehicle. A car. See how bad my drawing is? It doesn't need to be pretty. I prefer if it wasn't good, pretty. What's the car you're going to get in that's going to drive you to your dreams? What's the vehicle? Your vehicle or my vehicle, we have a vehicle. It's RX. It's our vehicle. We love it. They may not have that vehicle. Our vehicle, they may have other vehicles. They might have a stock investing or real estate investing or a little business they're starting on the side. They may already have a vehicle. At which time you're going to say, well, my mentor, Robert Allen, has a book called Multiple Streams of Income. And he's always said that if you want to succeed, you need multiple sources of income. So this is one stream of income you're pursuing, You keep your eye out for other ones. You're not telling them about arts. You're just saying you should always keep your eye out for another one. It may come up. What are you doing? What are you going to do when they say when they ask you that question? Anybody? Oh, let's see. I'm going to unmute everybody. Sorry. Okay. Our call is effective. Don't quit the recording yet, Brenda, but essentially that's the end of our call today. What I'm going to ask you is, what are you going to tell them when they ask you what you're doing? What are you going to tell them? I'm listening.
Yeah, I don't know how to answer that question. That's one of my things. It just I have a business helping others improve their health, or I don't even know.
Who is that? Terry talking?
It's Terry. Yes.
Terry, I gave you the answer earlier. The answer is simple. It's your story.
Oh, okay.
It's your story. And so, Terry, tell me your story. How'd you get started? What was your dream? What were you trying to solve?
I was helping a friend out who was doing a contest for another mentor. And I liked that she was helping orphans with water bottles.
Ah.
So I know you know her, by the way.
Yeah.
So they got into that, and then we were planning a trip to Africa, and her husband mentioned, as I've said, there's no way I'm climbing a mountain because of what I weigh, and he talked to me about there's a natural weight loss thing that he think would really work for me, and would I be willing to give it a try? And I said, well, I'll talk to someone about it to see, because I didn't want anything not natural, because I didn't want to do that. And that's how I got it, spoke with some other people in RX, and that's how I got into it.
And
I have lost 30 pounds.
30 pounds?
30 pounds. So, yeah.
Wow. Congratulations. You see how that's happened? You're talking to a friend, and they had a little problem. You helped them with their problem, and then they said, well, let's go climb a mountain. You told them about your problem, and they said, well, we got a solution for you.
Right.
Yeah, so it's your story. See, if you go away from your story and you say something like, well, there's this nutritional company called RX that has these powerful, if you go away from your story, you go away from your power. If you just tell it the way it happened, you say, if somebody asks you, how did you get started? You say, exactly the way it happened. And I got started, you tell it exactly the way you were feeling about it. I was feeling a little nervous. I didn't want to, it had to be natural. I didn't want something that wasn't natural. And then they showed me that it was natural. And I, and every feeling you're having, every real emotion, because you'll tell the truth. And then I lost 30 pounds, and now you are the brochure. You did it. Wow.
See, that I can do. It doesn't seem fake. The other is, it was like switching something to, I have to get into, let's talk about whatever. And it didn't sit well with me, because I'm that wasn't right. So. Yeah.
Well, that's one approach.
Okay.
There are many approaches, arrows in your quiver, if you will, but the story approach is the easiest approach. And if you're trying to teach somebody else how to grow their RX business, then you want to teach it in the simplest, easiest way for them to remember. And that easiest way is their own story.
Okay.
Now, when you enroll 4, as you will this month, now you have a story. What if you miss by 1? That's part of your story. It's true. I worked really hard. I almost made it. Dang it, I missed it by a week. You enrolled 3. So, but I got that 4th one. It took me 10 more days after that. But I finally got it's true. And there's nothing to be embarrassed about. Truth. It's the way it happened.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions, comments anybody wants to make? So our call is technically done. It's over. Brenda, if you want to, you can stop recording it and